Hey everyone, my name is Javier Carlin. I'm a student of physical therapy at FIU. Today I want to talk to you about the blog post that I posted last week. It was on dealing with low back pain, where I showed you 8 simple and effective ways to alleviate that pain. If you missed the article, I'm going to post a link below where you can actually read the entire thing. But right now I'm going to go over the 8 simple ways to alleviate that pain pretty quickly. So number one was get up and move. Highly recommend that you move often, at least every 20 minutes after a bout of sitting. So they've actually correlated sitting to smoking. So sitting is now the new smoking, guys. It's very detrimental to our cardiovascular system. It also affects our pulmonary system and inhibits a lot of the muscles of our lower body as well. I recommend that you move as often as possible. Number two was to not bend over and pick anything up in this fashion. So we don't want to bend over as if we're going to bend over and touch our toes, as so. So what happens here as we bend over, all the ligaments that hold our spine up in place tend to get really stretched. So it might not affect you now, but over time, once those ligaments get even more and more stretched, they become a little more lax. Um, what this means is that eventually, once those start to tear, it might get to the disc. The discs are the little spongy looking things that are in between each vertebrae. Once it gets to the discs, it leads the way to possible future herniations, which are not fun. So, leading to number three, the proper way of picking anything off the floor is to either get into a proper squat position, use your legs to come down, and pick something up. So once you have that load in your hands, after you've squatted down or hip hinged down, we want to keep that load close to our body. Now, with that load close to our body, if we have to rotate to either direction, we don't want to actually rotate our body. Again, it might not affect you now, but eventually you are going to feel some pain. So what we want to do is use our feet to take side steps in whatever direction we need to go. Okay, so that's number three. Number four is a very common thing that we never do. It's stretch. So stretching is extremely important. Again, we're a society that sits a lot. When we sit a lot, all our muscles in the front of our thighs get really, really tight. This forces an anterior pelvic tilt, so our pelvis tilts anteriorly, which causes more strain on our lower back. So once we start stretching these muscles, we can correct that tilt, which is going to alleviate some of that pressure on our lower back. Now, number five is to strengthen. So there's two groups of muscles that are extremely important in lower back health. They help to stabilize the lower back. A lot of the times when we feel pain in our lower back is because it's generally a little unstable. So these two groups of muscles are going to keep everything tight. So those two groups of muscles are the core musculature, and your glutes. Very important that we exercise those, guys. Okay, so number six is to hydrate. So our body is composed of 55 to 70% water. So are the discs in between our vertebrae. So if these discs are dehydrated, they become thinner and thinner. When those discs get thinner, the little nerves that pass through the holes surrounding the discs have less room to glide. So when those nerves have less room to glide, there's more room for impingement. Impingement causes pain. Drink a lot of water. Okay, number seven is to quit slouching. So again, we're all either on our phones, on our couch, we're sitting down, our shoulders round forward, our neck turns and comes into this position, causing and leaving room for neck pain, shoulder pain, and low back pain. So again, we want you to open up, expand your chest, keep your back fairly tight, so you can be in the proper position. Okay. So number eight, last but not least, is to go see a physical therapist. If you've tried all of the above and nothing's worked for you, if you're in a lot of pain, you can't play with your grandchildren, you're having trouble playing basketball with your friends, you can't work on your garden, whatever it is, please go see a physical therapist, because we'll get you back to where you used to be and beyond. Okay? So those are the 8 simple and effective ways to alleviate low back pain. With that said, I have my next article coming out on Wednesday at 8 p.m. It's on rock tape. So rock tape is a type of kinesiology tape that is very heavily used now in the world of CrossFit. It's also being used on Olympic athletes, and it's made its way into the rehabilitation setting. So in this article, I'm going to go over what rock tape is, what it's used for, what it does, how it works, and how it can help you. Okay, so thank you for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. If you like my videos, if you like my articles, please like my page, go visit my website, and thanks so much, guys. Have a great night.